Stalker, Shadow Chernobyl, a game about what it's like living in Eastern Europe, complete with beautiful weather, friendly wildlife, and loving people. The game has been gaining lots of attention from everyone since Stalker 2 is coming very soon, and also the trilogy has just been released for the console scrubs. Me, I'm with the PC Master Race, and I love my Euro trash that needs 7 mods to barely function, but that's just me. And before we really begin, I just want to state that this is not a story recap because, hell no. So I'm going to be talking about the strong points of the game while also talking about some weak points. Now with that out of the way, let's take a look at what it's like living as a normal Ukrainian citizen circa 2012. The game starts with us getting some 6 CGI shots of bodies and a dead guy before we crash, and some moron finds the trucks and finds us. We're taken back to his basement where a grotesque looking dude named Uncle Ruckus resides. After bullying us for a couple minutes, we're released to the wild and told to go get a mission. Now to sum up about maybe 15 hours of gameplay, you're an average Ukrainian who walks to some area called the Zone, and there are these things called anomalies, and they hurt, like, a lot. So avoid these, is what I would say if you weren't broke, but come on, look at your cash. Nobody's defending that. But we're also not properly geared for that, so I just avoid them for now. Until then, you're going to be giving handjobs behind the bunker for some cash just to afford some bread. In the village you spawn at, appropriately called Rookie Village, there's a man who will willingly give you a gun to kill people. My kind of guy. So we take his mission and we have to go kill some bums. Now normally this wouldn't be an issue, but this game engine pisses me off so bad that I have to make an own section of this video dedicated talking about how jank the stupid engine is. This janky real engine called X-Ray, which is still busted even today, was way worse in 2007 when the game was released. Careful modding this game, you probably won't even be able to open it if you touch a file the game really likes. Usually, you would expect a game to have a few glitches or whatever, and that's fine, that's okay. But when your whole game is a glitch, just call it a feature at that point. This game loves to give me some of the best glitches known to man that I sadly didn't get footage for, but if you want to throw some money at this game, you'll figure out exactly what I mean. And this jank also makes it so your shooting is somehow 10 times gayer, and I have a better chance throwing my pistol at them than actually shooting the damn thing. Seriously, I can't tell you how many times I died, and the sole reason was because my guy was too busy flicking his bean look at the reflection of himself at the gun, and he can't focus on the thing he's shooting at. Oh, but that's the point. It's supposed to feel realistic. I don't care if it's supposed to be realistic. If you want something realistic, let me drag my sweaty sack across your keyboard and maybe you can feel how realistic the sweat is on your fingers. Lastly, just look at the way these guys look. This isn't normal. Your mouth isn't supposed to do that unless you're strapped for cash too, man. Once we're done making 200 IQ observations and done gaming out our 2-for-1 special behind the bunker, we're off to go fight some military guys. And my previous statement about how bad the aiming is, this clip will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Once we do that and kill some posers, we save some dude named Mole and exposition dumps, but truthfully, I ain't reading all that. So I climb down, set foot in sewer, and find even more military dudes. After I'm done LARPing as a Las Vegas resident, we make our way to a beautiful place known as the 100 Rads, and this is the point where I got to, and I'm willing to go without spoiling the game. The most I could say about here is that you'll be coming here often to grab missions and fat loot. Sorry you have to live with the military LARPers, but it's better than the other citizens of the zone. That's just the gist of the whole beginning of the game, and that'll pretty much give you a good understanding of the game without spoiling too much. Now I get to talk about the good part about this game, which is the atmosphere. The thing I like most about this game is the atmosphere. I know in the beginning of this video I sounded a bit condescending, but something that makes this game stand out from the other Apocalypse games like Fallouts or anything else relevant. The game goes for a kind of lonely vibe, which is ironic because your faction that you're in is called the Loner faction. And that also reminds me, factions are another part of this game that are huge. Remember the military LARPers at 100 Rads? That faction is called Duty, and you're going to be working for them a ton in this game. You're also hostile with some factions, as factions tend to get angry with each other. Your main enemies being military, bandits, freedom, and monolith. Don't worry about what they look like for now, you'll probably be dead before you can even say their name. And lastly, I just like the whole game as a whole. The game is jank, the aim sucks, and it's glitchy, but it's a really good game that I've sunk some hours into, and I heavily recommend. If this video ends up doing decent, I might cover another 2 games, and a popular mod counterpart for the last game being S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly. But without that out of the way, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the zone, Stalker.